Hi guys, so today's video I'm going to be showing you how I basically prepared for my first ever go at public speaking. Obviously I do public speaking for like meetings and like for things in the company, and obviously me trying to speak to you guys through the camera is also a form of that, but I have never actually done something like, you know, a talk at like an event and stuff. I'm obviously trying to try new things and get myself out there, and also just try to improve my skills and my confidence. So next week, inshallah, I'm going to be speaking in the Meta office, which is really cool. So I'm going to be one of 5 people who's going to be talking at this event, and I'm basically going to be talking about my design journey into product design. So yeah, so I thought I might as well show you guys how I prepared for it, actual end result, share my learnings with you guys, inshallah. I didn't actually film my first ever part because I didn't think I was going to vlog it, so I'll just explain it. But over here I've got my note of things that I want to talk about. Basically the talk is going to be for 15 minutes, 10 minutes speaking and 5 having a Q&A kind of thing. I think that's probably what I'm most nervous for, because I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I just feel intimidated. I feel like the people might have like these smart questions which I'll have like no clue how to answer. So yeah, that's just my one worry. And then my other worry is like, you know, what if I say a bunch of things and people are just like, okay, like that's not interesting at all. Because like, yeah, my talk is about my journey into design, and yeah, I just sometimes I feel like it's not that interesting. But yeah, my friend from work basically gave me a list of different things that I could talk about. So there was like my education from school to uni, anything creative I'd done growing up, why I chose product design, lessons I've learned, things that helped me get a design job, how I learned UX or UI, advice for anyone getting started, and anything I would do differently. So I just tried to answer those things, and well, not answer everything, but basically just select a few of them. First step for me anyway, and obviously everyone is different, so preparing for a talk like this can be different for everyone. But me personally, I'm a big planner and I'm a big overthinker, so sometimes I plan and then that stresses me out more. But we will see how this one goes, inshallah. But basically, the first thing I done was prepped myself by answering the different things in just written form in my book, because at the end of the day I'm the one who knows my answers and I know my story. So even if I don't follow this exact thing, the story is still the story, right? So yeah. And then the next step is just planning my actual presentation, not the style necessarily, but more just dropping down random bullet points onto plain screens and just saying what I would be talking about on that screen, so that I have all the slides in order. So then after that I can try and, you know, snazz it up, jazz it up, add animations, add images, add gradients, add colors, all of those stuff, and make it look nice. It's just the order I feel like will work for me. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna now do. I'm just gonna try and prepare everything in the order and everything and what I want to talk about and all of that stuff. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, overall feelings, yeah, I am very nervous because, like I said, I'm not a public speaker, but I am trying to do all these new things, and I feel like it's good for, you know, my career growth, and also it's good for just even my confidence and my personality in general. You know, I like to try new things, and I like to do things to improve myself, to better myself basically, and I feel like this is one step further into that direction. I'm also just worried again about the amount of people, but I don't think that should be too much of a problem, but it is something that worries me because they're new faces. But the thing with me is sometimes I do better with strangers than people I know, so I'm hoping that it's actually not that nerve-wracking and it's fine. And yeah, I think this is a great opportunity, like I've said, and I want to thank. I want to thank my peers for actually getting me into this, and inshallah it all goes well. And yeah.
Guys, I'm here with Raddy. Say hi.
Hello.
I'm here with Raddy. We're making our way to the Facebook office, but turns out there's apparently 2 buildings. So basically, I thought we were going to the one that we usually go to. Basically, we've gone to like smaller events, but Raddy just showed me a picture of a stage, and I didn't know that there was going to be a stage. So now I'm stressing out because I feel nervous, and that's too much. I thought it's all cool doing a bit of public speaking, but going on a stage is a bit too much. So yeah, now I can't breathe.
She's got this. You'll be great.
We'll see. But yeah, time to go. Guys, how sweet is Raddy? Look what he's got.
Heaven dua, you can say when you're about to present something and you're feeling a little nervous.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So guys, if you're wondering why I look sweaty, it's because of Raddy. Because he made us go some whole different way because he wanted to explore. But we are here. I always say we're here like that. I just realised. Tragic. But yeah, here's my thingy. And yeah, I'll show you guys when we're up. But yeah, see you. Am I ready?
That I like to use on a daily basis. Also some plugins that I think are really useful during the design process. And I'll finish with some design tools that I think are super useful, especially for any designers to sort of pick up, expand their skill set.
It's me when I was going into high school. As a little kid, I was always interested in fashion. I always had an eye for nice things, and I wanted to be a fashion designer at the time. So, at the time, we would always have practitioners come in and tell us about their practice. So the type of stuff they would show us was always different, but I remember thinking that UX just meant being a web designer. But the problem with that was that the type of web stuff that they were doing wasn't actually user focused. It was more just about the actual visual itself and making an experience. For creative direction, for fashion specifically, you had to basically promote a brand to an audience. They didn't care how it was done. It could have been through an exhibition piece, it could be through a website, it could be through a magazine and so on. So this was the kind of website examples that I was shown at the time. Once I was in my 3rd year of university, I was set on actually becoming an app designer. So I started to make sure that my final major project was going to be in line with what I wanted to do. So I designed a children's fashion app, and it was basically social media. And because I was able to show my personality, I actually ended up getting the job. The network, feel free to scan my QR code. Everything else that I've learned in my creative journey, I think I've translated here anyway. So my photography, like with all the like planning before the shoots, it's helped me plan for like all of our, you know, design presentations we have at work and everything. Like there's always small things that I've taken from there. Made it home, alhamdulillah. The presentation is completed and it's finally done, and I can finally breathe. Went better than I anticipated. So I'm honestly really happy, alhamdulillah. Like honestly, I think I was so scared for like how it was gonna go, how it was gonna be perceived, like what people were even gonna think. And honestly, people were so kind, people were so reassuring. Like they came up to me after like the whole talk and they were saying how they really liked it and they enjoyed the presentation and they liked how it looked. It was so scary though, because like one, I was on the stage, so already I felt like, whoa, like this is so scary. But then two, I had to stand in the center of the stage and I had like a clicker. And so obviously I'm not in the corner and I can't like just lean on the thing. So that was also nerve-wracking. And then I had three, I had a microphone in my hand. So that was like, that was new, that was different, but overall I think it wasn't that bad. Overall it went very well, compared to like what I was expecting. It was a very good experience, and I'm glad that I got the opportunity to do so, and I hope that I can try and do more of these things in the future, inshallah. So I'm back, and I just have a few small things, like they're pretty generic, but it was just things that I feel like I learned from my experience. The first one is to be yourself, because I was so worried about like how I was going to be compared to the other 5 people on the panel, and like how, you know, I was going to come across, and like, oh, who even is she, like, is her story to how she became a designer even interesting, and all of this stuff. But I felt like because I was able to actually just be me and show, like, you know, a presentation that was so much Amani-fied, that like people actually enjoyed it, because I was able to just genuinely be myself. And I feel like people take you in more when they see someone being genuine to themselves. The second one is it's okay to be awkward or shy. I say both of them, shy and awkward, because I am both of them. What's it called? Literally in the beginning, like, no, yeah, I'm a shy person in general, and I can be quite awkward sometimes. So in the beginning of, like, when I got onto the stage, I was about to start, and then I went to the middle, and then I was like, oh wait, what, the mic, don't I need a mic? And then I ran back, and then like, it was just a little awkward, like, blip, quick awkward blip, but it was fine. Like, it just showed how I am, and like, yeah, I have my little awkward moments and stuff, but it just showed that I was a real person. And I also think that like, if someone else is the same as how I am and they see me on stage, they might also feel comfortable to do the same. So yeah, so I think it's okay to actually be that way, because that is actually you, and people take it because they find it, you know, genuine. And yeah, like, I mean, people came and spoke to me afterwards, and they said how like, oh yeah, like, you're so cool, or oh, this seems really cool, and blah blah blah. I was like, oh, was it? Like, like, I don't even know what to say, like, do you get what I mean? Or I was there like on stage saying, oh yeah, make sure you network, yeah, and then when I got off the stage and people were trying to network with me, I was like, hi, like, but yeah, speak to your friends or find a friend. This is as in on stage when you're presenting. Luckily, I had 3 of my teammates sitting right in front, and it was great because like, I was able to just joke around and like look at them and smile and like wave and be my awkward self. And because I was just literally communicating with them, I felt comfortable, but really there was actually an audience. So yeah, I feel like it just makes it a bit easier. And if you don't have anyone there, make eye contact with just one person and just make them your friend. So yeah, just speak to that one person if you don't want to like look around and stuff. Don't overplan, because it might make you feel more anxious. So previously, when I've done like small presentations, like even just at work or whatever, I used to like plan loads, even in uni, and then when it comes to actually presenting it, you feel overwhelmed, or like you're trying to remember what it said and plan this, like say this, say that. I think what works better is to have more more visual cues, because when you have a visual cue, then you're able to see something, but then you can then speak about it freely. So you're like, oh yeah, this thing, blah blah blah. So that's the approach I went with this time, and it felt more conversational, I would say. So yeah, that's all for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, try and comment, share this post if you want to, but yeah, and please subscribe if you haven't already. But yeah, so thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.